Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring a collective energy reading for my collective. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section or the chat and let me know if the reading resonates with you. I'll be doing a collective reading, so I will not be taking requests. As a matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. What is that for? No, that's not what I want. I can start a poll. Hmm. Oh, what is that? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's begin. Oh, wow. Camera don't mind. Tripod is precarious at best. All right, y'all. So let's go. Let's get started. Let's get it cracking back in. All right, sound check. Let me know if you in the building. My screen. All right, y'all. So what's going on in your world, collective? Dawn, long time no speak, darling. Hope all is well with you. Long time no speaketh. I had to buy some stands so y'all can see these cards a little better. Um, we are going through some significant planetary alignments. So I got me some little moon phase stands so you can see these cards without them slipping down. So let's get this cracking. Get this situated. All right. Move this over here. Doris, what's up, DJ? What's going on? This is y'all first time. Please like, share, or subscribe to the channel. If it's not your first time, welcome back. Thanks for coming. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, though. Ring that bell and share. How y'all doing? All right. Okay. So we're going to do a quick collective. If you see this, it's meant for you. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What do they need to know? Temperance. Spirit said, take your time. Take your time. So have patience with yourself. That's what temperance is about. It could be a Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be, but it's somebody that needs to take time, needs to have patience for oneself, needs to also not just for yourself, but for maybe whatever situation may come your way. Like no need to rush a situation. There's no need to be in any hurry. I was just telling my child while she was doing some homework, she said, sometimes I get a little anxious and I can't think. I can't think. I said, yeah, because you can't think when you're in a stress mindset. So what if you just slow your brain down? What if you just walk away? What if you just take a little break and then take a couple deep breaths, get your mind clear, and then you can go back to thinking. So Spirit is saying, just slow down. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Life is not a rush. Or at least, I mean, we have to get to some places and destinations. No, I'm not gonna lie, but the more we're able to slow our brain down, the better we are able to function and think straight. You ever notice that when you're not able to make that split decision, you don't have hindsight? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody comes at you fast, miss, I need something, and you might, like, let's just say you're on the phone and they're trying to get you to pull money out your pocket or something like that. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm on the phone, I'm in the middle of something. And then next thing you know, it gives you time to see them, I don't know, pickpocket somebody or do something that would make you hold your money in your pocket. And it's like that split second that you could have just stopped what you were doing and made a quick decision versus taking your time. Well, Spirit's saying now's the time to be more strategic. Tell me more. Wow. King of Cups. So we got the King of Cups on the board. Somebody is contemplating their emotions. The King of Cups is full and deep when it comes to his emotions, okay? But he's not the most vocal about his emotions. He's considered an older and wiser man, but he can be also quite avoided with his feelings because they run so deep. This would be your Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio type energy, but doesn't have to be. Could be somebody that has a heavy in their chart, but ultimately he is somebody with really deep emotions that may or may not express them. Jesus loves you too, Miko. All right, and we got 4 Pentacles here. So somebody's holding on to something. Something is precious to someone. I feel like it's precious to whoever this King of Cups energy is. Um, like I said, he may be holding back his emotions. That might be what's precious to him. One more. Ooh, and there's a death. Okay. So, death, when it comes to death and rebirth is always connected because anything that ends opens up for a new beginning. So if you had some things that just aren't working out, are challenging, Spirit said you got to surrender. Just allow it to end. If it's not meant for you, why hold on to it? Why are you keeping something that's long been dead? Spirit said, whatever it is, it's been over. It's over. So let it go. Spirit said, let it go. Turn my mic on. Okay. Yeah, let it go. Tell me more, Spirit. One at a time. Oh, wow. We got the lovers here. Oh, okay. I'm getting a better picture here. What's the bottom of the deck? Magician. Oh, okay. All right. So we got temperance. So somebody, Spirit says somebody is trying to get their life together or clean up or something like that. Like if somebody was overindulging, it's now more of a, let me get my body healthier. The temperance is an alchemist. So it's more about like pouring into yourself, watching what you eat, watching what you intake, working on your addictions. Um, no matter what you're addicted to, cheese is addictive. I know I was addicted to cheese for many years. And every now and then, I'm like, whoo, I want that little creamy piece of crack. But it ain't no good for me. It's not good for my joints. So if I have to find an alternative, but I can't OD on anything, right? Because nothing, too much of anything is not good. Well, temperance is when you start to notice those glaring things that you may be indulging in too much of. Okay. Now, um, this King of Cups hill. This is a masculine energy who really, I'm going to clarify, but I feel like he's in contemplation and he's holding on. He's holding on. I hope it's not to whatever he needs to let go with the death card, because the death card is in my challenge and lesson position. So it's telling me that this person has a challenge with ending. Maybe they don't feel safe in endings, or maybe they feel have abandonment issues, but it's something about endings that this person is having a challenge with. And then there's a lover. So I feel like there's a lover situation. But lovers also indicates choice because that's what the card used to be called, choice card, right? So this person is choosing somebody. And my cards are upright and reverse, and all the cards are upright. So this to me is from based on these cards, this is a sign of somebody healing. Um, this is no. I'm sorry, Diana. This is a collective only. I do live donation readings on Thursdays. I'm only doing a collective. Um, but why I can't get my comments up? Why I don't see it like that? So I can put a comment up there. Uh, hmm. So, hey, Black Cherry, thank you. So I don't know why I can't see putting up a comment. It's not giving me a comment bar on my phone. Interesting. Anywho, we got the magician. So somebody's like, listen, this is how I'm hearing it. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm hearing by hook or crook. It don't matter. Do you know this is giving like nine of wands kind of vibes? Like somebody's determined to make something happen, or they feel like they have the tools to possibly make something happen. So I don't know, y'all. I feel like somebody like, yep, I'm going to do this. Maybe they're getting their courage up or something. All right, let me pin that comment. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Yes. Wow. This says, I'm gaining the courage to change and walk away from what no longer serves me. So that's where the temperance is. Also, I'm looking at this temperance angel, and it feels like somebody got some downloads. If you look at the halo and the wings, and then yeah, I just feel like somebody is getting the courage, but they also it's more of a like downloads. That's the best way I could put it. Like a download. Like somebody's like, you know what? I need to change my life. I need to fix this. I need to balance things out like this. This is all good energy. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not getting no negative vibes from this. I don't get, I get that there's potentially a third party with the lover's card here, but it seems as though somebody has now made some significant choice, right? So it's not like they might have been in confusion energy in the past. They might have been like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to hold on to situations, but I feel like they want to hold on to the person that they fell in love with now. This could be you, collective healing, holding back your love to allowing things to end or things to die off in your life so that you can choose something different for yourself. This could be you, because it's not the energy of somebody necessarily having to come back for you, but it could be, right? It could be that too. But all I'm getting is positive. I made a choice, or I'm allowing something good to come into my life. um and we all need to change, right? So, I know a lot of times when we are watching tarot, right? Um, and we're talking about relationships, especially romantic ones. It tends to be that person needed to change, that person needed to change, that person, but we also need to change. There's something about us that needs to grow. Sometimes it's to grow our boundaries that we didn't have. Sometimes it's I don't know, maybe maturing our own mindset about something. You know what I'm saying? So something has to change, and somebody's gaining courage. Also, Spirit's saying that somebody's gaining the courage to end it. So maybe, oh, okay, there go the download. Spirit said there may be a relationship in the past that you held on to, or you held back from. It's either one of the two. You either held on to or you held back from. And Spirit says you gotta let that energy die. Okay, so if it's you holding back from a relationship that might be decent for you because you're scared, you gotta let that die. And if you're holding on to a relationship that's not good for you, you gotta let that die. We're in the season of change, right? Pluto is in charge right now with the moon energy that we're dealing with. And it's significant changes that are forcing things out of our life, whether we want it to be forced out or not. It's something that the universe is fated to decide no matter how much we hold on to it. So we may be eclipsing people out of our lives, or the spirit, or I should say, universe is eclipsing people out of our lives, and it's up to us to allow it. Okay. You could have envisioned how it could work. You could have fantasized about it. You could have, you know what I'm saying, cooked up in your mind the best way possible. This could work. And if spirit says, or the universe says no, the answer is just that no. And then you have to release it. You got to release it. You got to let it go. Now, the thing is about that, the universe comes to eclipse the things that you don't need anymore so you can gravitate or you can attract what it is that you're meant to have. A lot of times we hold on to something because we don't want to change, or we thought this is what it's supposed to be, or we want it so bad, or whatever the reason. We hold on to something so tight, we never leave room for what it is that we need or what we're supposed to have. Right? Spirit says you're gonna have to back off of it. Allow it to be what it's supposed to be. You know, one thing they say is that, and I say this all the time, I allow people, it don't matter who you are, I allow you to be and do whatever you want to do. That's how I know what you want to do. If I don't try to control you and you go and do whatever you want to do, good. Because that lets me know what you want to do. If you want to be around me, if you want to hang with me, you want to talk to me, you want to go out with me, you're going to show up in my life. And I can show up in yours and we can reciprocate. But if you don't, you'll stay away. Simple as that. You seen the what you call it? You seen the thumbnail before you clicked on. Tell me more, spirit. That's right. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share, share, share. Next card I pulled is I'm suffering the consequences of my action against you. I deserve it all. So again, if your story is you're holding back from a situation, maybe because they didn't do you right, then this person is acknowledging that they know that they did you wrong and that they are suffering their karma. But see, we got this the magician here. I haven't fully addressed. That's the overall energy. So somebody is aware that they are capable of doing whatever they want to do. Maybe somebody didn't feel like they had power in their own life. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have autonomy to make decisions for themselves. Maybe they felt powerless in the past. Maybe they were ruled by their addictions, hence the temperance card here. Whatever the case may be, the overall energy is somebody's gaining their courage because now it seems as though they realize they have the wand, the cup, the sword, and the coin. And if this is you, collective, this is you coming into an awareness that you have the power, autonomy, and authority over your life. The universe just assists you in your purpose, assist you in getting where you want to go, assist you when you call on it. When you say universe, when you say spirit, when you say God, I need, this is what I want, this is what I desire, this is what I want to manifest, this is what I'm working toward. Then they'll say, oh, okay, well, let's give you more of that. But if you're complaining to source and saying, well, I don't know about this and I don't know about that and I don't like this and I don't like that, well, you're putting yourself in a position that universe will give you some more of that because that's what you're complaining about. So I feel like somebody is in manifestation mode with this, with the magician here in the upright. Somebody is in manifestation mode. And that's a good thing. We want to be in manifestation mode. Why? Because we want our blessings to come in. And if you're allowing death to enter your life, meaning endings of things that don't serve you, then you can manifest even more. Or you can make your manifest a reality. I mean, your manifestations a reality. But that death card is in my challenge and lesson position. So I think that's what somebody is learning that they have to do. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Again, if it's your first time, please like, subscribe. You see the little button on the right hand side that says subscribe. Go and click that, subscribe, and come back to the reading. You were meant to see this because there's something in it for you. Spirit, give me a message. We're gonna pull from the Akashic Records Oracle. Oops. All right. Spirit said, "Have faith." It says, I'm not always easy. I'm sorry. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Mm. This is where somebody's gaining the courage. They're gaining the courage. They got the faith. They believe. I feel like somebody is now believing. Or, so, or you made somebody a believer, or maybe you're now a believer, but somebody is now a believer. You know, there's times when we connect with people and they prophesy over our life inadvertently and sometimes directly, but they may say something like, if you keep going in that direction, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. If you pursue this, that's going to happen, right? So it could be, if you keep going in that direction with your addictions, you're going to succumb to them at some point in time. That could be what was said that would cause that temperance. Or it could be, if you keep persevering, you're going to be successful. You get what I'm saying? So Spirit's saying you got to have faith in what it is that you want to do. You also got to tune out any naysayers, because if you have faith in who you are and what you're going to do, you can overcome anything. You can overcome your addictions, but you got to take the step toward it and believe that it's possible. If you believe the negative, oh no, you'll never be this or you'll never be that, then you won't be it. Tell me more, Spirit. Jump in. It says you being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. Somebody needs to take a leap of faith. This is like fool's card energy. It's time. Like that ending is giving you a new opportunity. That death card is showing up so that you can rebirth yourself, rebrand yourself, change yourself, renew yourself. And it's time to take that leap of faith on yourself. It's time to love yourself. There's never a bad time to do that. It's time to make you the choice. Tell me more. Ain't that right, star seeds? Ooh, so in the past, somebody was stuck in lack, because I was getting ready to clarify this. Temperance card says you have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It's only ego based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. Wow. So this is what somebody had to overcome. Somebody, I might have been stuck in an ego, pride and ego type of thing, maybe stuck in shame, feeling like I lack this, I don't have that, I should have been here by now, I should know this by now. That kind of energy. Carmen, what's up, baby? That's right, it's time. It's time to jump in and take that leap of faith. No more stuck. Well, nobody likes stuck stagnant energy. That stuck in stagnant energy, you just be doing the same thing every day. You don't go anywhere different. You don't talk to anybody new. It's almost like sitting in front of. You ever seen those shows? Something like the Twilight Zone back in the day, where I've seen. I can't remember a particular episode, but to give you an example, it'd be like somebody who had a specific job, and they would come home and they would heat up TV dinners, and they would sit in front of the TV and they watch the same news and the same comedy shows or whatever, sitcoms, right? And then go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time every day, eat the same kind of lunches, come breakfast or whatever, and come back and do it all over again. It's time to get out of that rut. It's time to stop trying to be safe with your life, and that you won't take a new chance. You won't bet on yourself. I'm not suggesting you go to become a high roller at the casino. No, I'm saying somehow in some way you need to invest in yourself and take that chance. And sometimes the investment could be a business venture. It could be a school. It could be a class. You know, it could be a partnership agreement of any kind. But you have to bet on yourself, whether it's romantic, whether it's business related, whether it's a new place to live. Sometimes you got to bet on yourself. Wow, two cards came out. So, and they both describe the cards. So, stuck in fear. It says you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong. But what about all the things that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. So, this King of Cups energy needs to take another step, come out of this fear based. This is what's holding them back. But this is where I'm getting that emotionally avoidant person energy, stuck in fear. Well, I can't express my feelings because they'll reject me, or they'll laugh at me, or they won't take me seriously, or it'll be a waste of time, or I'll be embarrassed. Like somebody's overthinking, but in fear. Like I don't want to be mocked. I don't want to be played with. I don't, okay, none of us want to be any of those things. But this person is kind of like paralyzed with fear, and they don't need to be, but they are. So the spirit is saying it's time to come out of that rut. It's time to get unstuck. It's time to stop operating in that pride and ego and that shame and guilt complex that somebody has. And I feel like it's this King of Cups. The next card that came out with it was pause. You're being asked to pause before making quick decisions. Didn't I talk about that at the beginning? I didn't even see, I've never seen this card yet because this deck is new. But it says, before making a quick decision and moving forward, allow yourself to step back and look at all of the possible outcomes and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. If I listen, this is what I was saying, in particular regarding the temperance card. It's giving you spirit is giving you an opportunity to pause for a minute to think about your next move, your next step. What will you do next? And do it from a level headed, calm state. Don't do it from survival mode. That tends to make you get in situations that get you stuck, more entangled in situations. But if you pause for a moment, you can really think about, well, okay, if I make this choice, what's the consequences? If I make this choice, what's the consequences? And can I live with the consequences? Because a lot of times people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? People don't do that. They don't pause. They just, well, I thought this was the right thing to do, so I did it. Okay, but what did you think was gonna happen? Like what was the outcome supposed to be? And given the circumstances, was that a likely outcome? That's what we have to understand when we make decisions. So bottom of the deck, who's matching this fly? Scattered energy. Oh, okay. So we have someone here that's in scattered energy. because it says you have too much on your plate and have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well being and create a new plan. It's time. It's time to pause, y'all. It is time to pause. You ever just get so excited that you just want to do everything because you think you got the energy? I thought so too. I thought so. Y'all, I have a schedule of a lot of things going on at once. They all start real soon. Matter of fact, some things start this weekend, right? And I had some preparation I had to get together, coordinate some things with different people, and my body shut down for like a day and a half. Like, you're done. Now, I mean, it shut down for other reasons, but it just shut me down. Like sheer exhaustion. Like, what do you think? You know? And I was like, I had to let the shame and the guilt go of not having it done already because I wasn't capable of getting it done yet. I had to pause. I literally had to pause because my energy would have been too scattered. And then if I fell out, it would have been at the wrong place, wrong time. So my body just went with it. I want to say one day I had a ton of stuff to do. I was like, Monday, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do it. And my body said, just take a quick nap and you can get it done. And that app nap, now normally I can't take a nap because I got things to do. My mind won't rest, even if my body will. And my body shut it down. Then I got a phone call, and luckily I did because I never set an alarm. I was like, oh crap, girl, guys. But yeah, I needed that break. I didn't even know my body needed what it got. All right, so let's see. Let's pull from this. I forgot what this deck is called. Oh, the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Speaking of energies, let's talk. Let's talk about it, Spirit. Whoa. Excuse me. The Merry Motive. A beautiful card. Oh, and not to mention, because this is making me think of my idea. Um, I'm gonna teach a little potions class to some kids, right? So anyway, Merry Motive. It's like, what are you happily willing to do? What is your purpose? What is your goal? What is your rationale? What is your reason behind the decisions that you're gonna make? What is that? That matters just as much as the outcome. Because what did you want to happen? What did you think was going to happen? What are you planning on with the outcome? Somebody got to get out of a rut, y'all. I feel it heavily there. It's like somebody starting for 50 million projects, hoping that one will land, but they're not giving their focus to any one. More spirit. Ooh, look, the power of purpose. Wow. So there is a power in purpose, right? So I'm asking you again. I'm just gonna repeat, even though I know spirit is like I'm confirming what you're saying. But what is your motive and your purpose for what you do or why you do it? If your money, if your purpose is only financial, you're going to only have a limited um enjoyability. Put it that way, right? So if you're doing something for money, but you don't love it, you won't really enjoy what you're doing. So the money won't ever feel as good as it could. But if you're doing something that you love and it brings you money, it doesn't feel like work. It won't be hard to get yourself to do, and you can get more focus and attention to it. But if you are doing things just to get by, or you're doing something because, oh, I know that's going to make me a lot of money, but you don't really love it, it won't, more than likely, it may not manifest anything. Or you may end up dropping it at some point because you won't put your focus in on it. You got to do it from the heart. You got to do it because you love it. It has to mean something, or it's wasting your time in this life. We are bound to this time construct, whether we want to be or not, because the humans have built this up, okay? That we got a limited time to do certain things, not everything, right? We don't live on a remote island. We're not indigenous people where, time is not the same construct. But for the most part, we really do have to go according to time. And if you have to go according to time, you got to make the best of whatever you're doing. You got to focus on making sure you're doing what you love and not just doing. Because it don't feel good after a while to get up every day and do the same thing with no excitement, no flair, no razzle dazzle, nothing to excite your senses. Because you are just doing what you have to do, not doing what you enjoy, or you don't make time for yourself. I remember one time I was working in corporate America. That's all I'm going to say because I don't like that company's name. Anyway, I was working there, and I remember when I first got there and I got out of training, I started getting to know the people within the company, in that particular location. And a lot of them had started at the age of 18. So it was a really good job that you could get that didn't require a college degree. So some of these women started right out of high school, men and women, but mostly women. And they had bought houses, they had families, they went on vacations, but they just sat at this desk every day. And I was saying to myself, all of that's nice, but there's got to be something deeper than life than just this. And I just, I didn't even realize that they have a little sidebar. I didn't, I wasn't one of those people, I want to go to your house after work kind of person. So I didn't know what their inner workings of their life was. But when they got excited over the fact that I had some pain meds, for I had hurt my ankle really bad, and the ER gave me pain meds and told me, "Oh, this is a narcotic," and I'm like, "Really?" And they was like, "Yeah, but you could take it for pain," and I'm thinking, won't that get me addicted potentially? And they was like, and I think they only gave me like 2 pills. So I came telling the ladies at work, and they was like, "I'll buy it off you." And I said, "Oh no, you know what? Y'all got some other stuff going on, right? But I thought y'all was content. Why you need that? Why you need that kind of escape?" And so if you're doing life the way your your purpose is meant to be, like whatever you're doing, if you're doing that, you won't need little escapes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, vacation is one thing, but that's an escape. To get high is an escape. To have an addiction is an escape. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like, mm-mm. I don't know what I did with them things. I know I threw it away because yeah, I wasn't taking that. I wasn't trying to get addicted, and I'm damn sure ain't selling you nothing because you ain't gonna get me locked up. I said, "Oh no, they got some underbelly and some other stuff going." Then I started waking up to other things they had going on, but they were content with that paycheck. They were content with potential strikes every 3 years and dealing with the union and all the shifts in the department and blah blah blah. They were content. I was like, mm-mm. Excuse me. I had given myself uh, a timeline of how long I could of my life I could give that company, and it wasn't long. I wasn't trying to retire there. I just It wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I knew that my life had a different purpose, and this was not it. You know, there was a guy that I don't know his name, but I know I shared it with somebody on IG, so I can find it. I think it was like a couple days ago, and he was saying how people don't just um, damn, how did he phrase it? How people, when they have addictions, they don't just do the drugs for the sake of the drugs. They tend to use the same coping mechanisms that their parents use. So if somebody's father was an alcoholic, they may see that as and they see their parent escape that way. That's how they escape. Um, Father, mother, it don't matter. Somebody who's on some sort of drug, they tend to follow in their footsteps to escape because they're in the same circumstances, which is more than likely the same rut, the same stuck pattern. There's no healing. But here in these particular cards, somebody is trying to get themselves unstuck. With the Temperance card upright, that's telling me that somebody's now aware that they're stuck, or even aware that they're addicted, and they want to change that. They want to balance out their life. This is a good reading in the sense that I feel like somebody's becoming more aware of their circumstances. Maybe they don't know, or maybe they do know that they have scattered energy, but for the most part I feel like this person is becoming aware of how stuck they might be, and what has got them in that pattern. So it could be drugs, it could be environment, it could be a combination of things, you know what I'm saying? But somebody's becoming more cognizant of that, because I feel like whoever this is, they want to do better because they want to make a different choice. With the Lovers card here, somebody want, and the Magician cards, they're feeling more empowered to do so versus disempowered. You know, tell me more. Yep, waking the lion. Something woke somebody up. Somebody got woken up. It's kind of like all of a sudden the epiphany shows up, or something that meant something to somebody jars them. You ever like maybe, oh, okay, so Spirit said, if, for example, somebody lost a loved one or a friend that succumbed to addiction, or they lost somebody who walked out of their life because they're addicted, somebody got woken up, okay? And it has something to do with their choices, because the consequences of people's actions keep showing up in this reading. So I do feel like there was a shift in relationships that is waking somebody up. Tell me more. Yeah, close encounter. And somebody may have had, I was like, what in the world are they doing? Yeah, making all that noise. I thought it was them doing something. No problem. Somebody had a close encounter. So they might have had a near brush with death, um, a close call of some sort, maybe a brush with jail, especially with this caged here. Close that. Um, Maybe somebody was about to go to jail, and that close encounter was a lot for them. Tell me more. I know when I was, what I was I 21, 21, 22. No, I think I was just 21 or 20. Shit, I don't know. I just remember the time of year, it was around Christmas. I got caught up in a raid, and I was in a place I normally wouldn't be, but I was just visiting a friend who lived in that area, and her house got raided on the day that I visited. So all the officers didn't know who I was, but they had secret indictments on everybody, which basically means they had pictures and knowledge of everybody that came in and out that house. But here I come, because I'm visiting between college, right? I'm going back down to my other state and go back home, and I get caught up in a raid just because I'm visiting a friend near home. So we all go to jail. My charges get dismissed because I didn't do anything, and they didn't have no evidence against me, right? Hers doesn't. But we ended up in a cell together for like 48 hours or 36 hours. I don't know how long it was. 48, I think. That was as close of an encounter I needed in my life. That was my scared straight moment. There was a lot more to that story. I'm not even gonna go there. I'll have to do that on a different story time or something. But I was scared straight, and I feel like somebody is facing jail time in jail or something, and but I feel like they getting scared straight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's showing them where you could be trapped. Because when you go to jail, you trapped. You can't eat what you want. You can't go where you want. You're trapped behind bars. So if somebody is not in jail, they are in a mental prison. And they may be aware of this mental prison, which feels like, oh shoot, if I don't do something now, I'm gonna be stuck. So therefore, it's a close encounter. Now, I hope nobody's going to jail, went to jail, whatever, but this applies to somebody who might feel trapped in their situation. Ain't none of us jail or prison material. We ain't supposed to be there. But we think, you know what I'm saying? But you get in a situation like that and you start realizing how much. Listen, I had Janet Jackson braids. And the only reason why I call it Janet Jackson, because it was the Dookie Fat braids back in the day, and they rocking them now, but not exactly the way we wore 'em, right? So anyway, I had those long, thick ropes in my hair, and I never forget one or two of the inmates asking me if they could have my hair when I'm ready to take it out, and I'm thinking, I just say yeah, because I felt like that was the safest response, but I had no intention of being there long enough to be thinking about taking nothing out. Like, what? Then this man in there, yeah, that's part of the story time. But this man in there liked me. And come to find out his wife was in there with other women. Oh, I was like, okay. So this is awakening the genius. Somebody starting to get their thoughts. They started to get their shit together, y'all. So somebody had to be woken up, had a close encounter, and all of a sudden, their brain kicked in and shit started getting activated. They started to think now, y'all. Somebody's like, if 2 + 2 = 4, and I could do this and I could do that, then, yep, and then we got Time Machine. Now, with Time Machine, let that be your last. Time Machine, what did I say? We are kind of, it's like we kind of stuck with the construct of time because it's a human design, right? A clock and time and opportunities based on age and blah blah blah, right? But I feel like somebody's realizing that if they don't change something, manifest something, grow something, do something different, they're going to be in a time warp. They're going to be in a on a different frequency time wise than maybe you, or you, if this is you, feeling like, okay, I'm going to arrest my time. And you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the scattered energy of this magician is. It's like somebody feeling like all of their peers are, I don't know, um, successful, married, has kids, blah, blah, blah. And this person just waking up from the party like, oh shit. all this time I've been partying and y'all done got married and you know what I'm saying? Y'all got kids now and I still party and I'm realizing I'm getting tired of that. Like I feel like somebody is getting tired of their lifestyle, the choices that they made or the rut that they got themselves in. Don't even have to be exciting parties. It could just be um they going to, like I said, eating them TV dinners and eating the same breakfast and lunch and coming home and doing the same thing every night, every day. Go to bed the same time, get up. Don't do nothing special on the weekend. Don't go nowhere. Don't meet nobody. You know what I'm saying? And they're just letting time pass when, in fact, they could be out in life pursuing what they love, and it will attract everything that they want. Some people want to believe that they won't find love or they're not meant. But whenever you wake up, you can attract what you want. And I'm gonna tell you this: I, I have a women's group that I'm a part of, and so we have a WhatsApp on there. And one of the ladies posted her 90-year-old aunt who is engaged. I said, you know what? Can't nobody tell me they're not lovable or can't find a love if some 90-year-old woman can get engaged. Another friend of mine, her I don't know when she lost her mother. I don't know how many years it's been, but her father remarried at the age of 83. Let me tell you something. If you are meant to love and be in love and be in bonds and partnership with somebody, it is what it is. When spirit says it's time, it's time. And that's that. And to say you're not going to do it or you'll never do it, you could just be speaking that into existence, but there are people doing it. It is very possible to have a mate at any age. So don't think about what kind of mind your tongue based on what you speak over yourself is what I'm trying to say. Yes, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive because I was like 90? Really? Now I got an aunt that's 90 and she's not always in her right mind. But she ain't looking for nothing. And she done been said that. So she ain't meant to have nobody. I know that. Okay. She got her family and she's not alone, but she's not meant to have a mate. She decided that long ago. But if you decide that you open to the possibility to be booed up, you can be booed up. So anyway, I feel like somebody is there's a shift. Somebody gotta get that scattered energy together. But there's a change occurring for someone. You just gotta have some faith. They got to check their motives, make sure that they're following their purpose. Time to jump in, time to take a leap of faith with the death card. It's time to make better choices and think about the consequences of your actions so that you can attract what you're meant to have and not just be taking anything in survival mode. And somebody waking up, somebody had a close encounter. I got to bring my little situations to you in the way I know how, because, Spirit make me tell you a little story with it. But just know that, you can learn a little something, go through a little something, and still come out unscathed. Because why? Everything is a lesson. Everything is a lesson. All right, so take it how it resonate, y'all. If it don't resonate, don't take it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody, but hopefully there was something that you caught that was meant for you when you came to this reading. I am going to shut the live down and start another one, another collective. And then tomorrow, of course, our live donation readings begin. And I think I'll do another collective then. But I missed you guys. But that Pluto's and Pisces, I don't know. Something shut me down, and I just had to follow what Spirit said. Rest and relax, and then get it together. So I'm back, y'all. All right, and give me 5 minutes. Peace.